Yes, Al! 2 live Rickies in one day. Hey up, everybody. It is Wednesday, the 16th of October, 2024. Hey up from Huddersfield in a rather foggy Huddersfield, I should say, today. Bit of a pea super out there. So welcome to Wednesday's guitar lessons from the book. If you don't know what the book is, what I'm referring to, what am I talking? What's he talking about? Talking about a book. This is the book. This is the book. It's a book I wrote because it was something that happened in my guitar group. Ricky's Ultimate YouTube Guitar Lesson Compilation. 80 lessons in there. And these are the 80 of the lessons from this channel, my channel. And basically what I do is I come on Wednesdays and I take them, the lessons from here, and I expand upon them, go over again, give you guys a chance in the chat to talk about them, ask questions, all that good stuff. Yes, all that good stuff. So now I think it's more than 2 pages. It might actually be more than 2 pages, but we'll see, because I know that these things are going to crop up. But as I was writing out the lesson plan for today, I thought there's actually about 7 things that I wanted to go over today. So that's the title of the video. Hopefully it said something about 7. So lucky number 7. So really we're looking at lesson 29, page 35 in the book. Lesson 29, page 35, and lesson 32, page 38. Now get your old post-it notes out and stick them on there. That'll keep them organised. But around that area, they're going to be there. Mrs. Ricky is in the chat. She's just putting in which lessons those are as well. So if you want to know, hang on, it's here. Oh, look, you didn't get in shot there. You weren't in shot. The camera must have been moved. But there you go. I've just been given my obligatory Wednesday night cup of tea. This is Yorkshire tea. Is it Yorkshire Gold? Yorkshire Gold. There we go. Let's have a sup. Hey up, it's hot. It's very hot. Thank you very much. So, Yorkshire salute. Hey up. And yeah, so that's the book. Now, if you haven't got a copy of the book, then you might find it hard to follow along. But if you do want to buy a copy of the book and support my work here on the channel, then this is the link to do that very thing. Like I say, it's 80 lessons. Yeah, it's 80 lessons, and they're all really sort of like light bulb moment things that I put in there. They were, what is it? When they gather the specific grapes from the vineyard. Yeah, to make a specific kind of wine. Kind of like that, yeah? I gathered 80 lessons from my YouTube channel, put them in a book in a kind of order. And I tell you what, the feedback from the book for the book has just been amazing anyhow. So that's the thing with the book. So there's the book if you want the book. Yes, if you want the book, then that's there. And what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to switch over to this, because what we also have, one of the things that's really, is a pain with social media is that Facebook group. We've got a great Facebook group, but there's no reach in it. I can't get to everybody in there. So I set up a free community for like-minded guitar lovers just like you. We're on the guitar journey, and I set up a place called the Fretboard Fraternity. So look, I'm getting all this stuff out of the way right at the beginning. So this is the Fretboard Fraternity. I think there's something like, I don't know. I think there's, last time I looked, how many people are in there? It's quite a big community now. It's quite, there's over 2,200 people in there now. So it's a big group. There's no ads. There's no snooping by Facebook or any of that sort of stuff. And it's just nice. We just talk about guitars and guitar-related topics and music-related topics. Hang on, me notes have decided to go doolally here. Let me just pull these over here. Taking up the full screen. Well, I don't need my notes to take up the full screen. Is that pulling them on there? All right, okay. There we go. So, we've got that there. So, Fretboard Fraternity. It's just join it. If you don't like it, you can leave. It's like that. It's free. Yeah, it's free. But I'm usually in there and check on it and make sure everybody's happy. And yeah, and it just means I can keep in touch with you and tell you when I'm doing these lives, so you don't miss these live classes. And then, it's all good. If you want something a little bit more, where is my button for this one? Then what I also have is I have something called a PDF Club. Yes, now PDF Club means you can get to all of my PDFs, and unfortunately, Wednesday, I've decided ages ago that Wednesday guitar class handouts, if I do any extras, then what will happen is they will go into PDF Club, and you get instant access to all the PDFs and all the archives and discounts and all sorts of other things. So if you're interested in finding out more, then just go to thatrickysguitar.com/get PDF Club there, and yes, so that's cool. Yeah, I did a lesson this morning as well. Just seen that. Great lesson this morning. I did a lesson on arpeggios, a live one. I just thought I'd come on and just, see who's knocking about, So that's all that taken care of, I think. But we'll put that there. So, I'm going to get quickly through this. Housekeeping. The lesson will begin in a bit. Yeah, and if you're watching it on the replay, if you look in the video description below, there will be a link that will be time-stamped when the lesson actually starts. I like to say hello to everybody because basically I live in this room and I don't see anybody. I feel like the Count of Monte Cristo. I just need an iron mask, so so the thing is, I like to see and talk to people here. I like to make a bit of human contact. So I'm going to talk to people. Now, if you think that it's waffle, then a lot of people are here for the waffle, because we don't know what's going to happen with the waffle. There will be tangents. There will be things that I didn't know I was going to say that actually could be the link that you need, set off that little light bulb moment. So make sure you subscribe and hit that like. Yes, and let's just have a little mooch and see. Right, we've got 128 people in here so far, right? And we've got 43 likes. Come on, guys. Come on. And not everybody's just lurking and just like watching, Give it a like and then see if that'll push it up the algo, and see if YouTube gods will push it out to more people who need the lessons that I put out here. So that said, yeah, that's the way it is. That's how it runs. Yeah, if you don't like the waffle, then you'll have to come back. Okay, but that's cool. That's okay. So if you're ready for class, then give the video a like. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do roll call, because I like to talk to people. I do. And like to say A up, and everybody likes to say A up back. So let's have a look. Chimp number 1. A up. Hello from West Lothian. You see, this is the gang. They're all here. The gang is here. They're all in the chat here. All chatting with each other. Let's have a look. Relaxing meditation. Hey up, Ricky. Mrs. Ricky, enjoyed your morning video today. Keep up the good work. Your great work, mate. And best wishes to speedy recovery for Dr. Adams. Yes, one of the gang has had a mishap with a car accident, and so we're all sending positive energy and good vibes, and and that stuff. Out there to Dr. Adams. Let's hope he makes a speedy recovery. And his son was on the live this morning. So yes, we'll keep it. He's in our thoughts. That's the thing, because he's one of the crew. So let's have a look. See who else we have in here. We've got Mrs. Ricky. Okay, Mrs. Ricky's having a chat as well. That's it. She's got her own fan club as well. I should set up her own little community, the Mrs. Ricky fan club community. That'd be a good thing. Right, so Gary 5, evening all. RC, nice to see you. See you twice. Good guy. Yes, so David Dirty, thanks for the earlier swag triad tangent. Best wishes to Dr. Adams. Yes, news it stuck with me all day as well, because you wonder about how people are doing. Thunder Ace, A up, OG. As Thunder Ace is an OG commenter on the channel. Robin Tate, another week, another great guitar lesson. Hi everyone. Chuck, this is your last class from Maui. Vacation is over on Sunday. This will be a lot. Does that mean you will not have internet ever again, Chuck? I want to know. David Doughty, how's the new Barnet, Mrs. Ricky? She's got. I told you, didn't I? I said she's gone for her hair done. She's gone for some colour. Takes ages, doesn't it? Picky man, all the leaves are green, all the leaves are brown. I'm trying to think which song that is. Vicky DeMeo, hello again. Yes, woke up at 5 a.m. to find a live lesson of breakfast waffles. What a surprise. Yeah, expect more breakfast waffles. I quite enjoyed doing that, so I'll probably do it a bit more. Patrick, up, and looking forward to tonight's lesson. All notes ready, pencil sharpened, new strings on acoustic. New strings on acoustic. I've been sent some strings, and I might do a rundown of these. This is they're a British company, but they get the strings made in America. They're called Charlie and John's. Yeah, Charlie and John's, and they what it is they say they're handmade strings. There you go, Charlie and John's. They say they're handmade strings. So I got these the other day. They sent me some. If I like them, then I'll tell you what they're like. I've got to try them out though first. So. You can't beat new strings on your acoustic or on your electric. Phil James, good evening. Got here a little early, so did 20 star jumps to pass the time. So now in star jumps credit. Yes, you are. Jerry Lindy. Hey, up from Sweden. Tim Whiteside, Guitar Wednesday. Looking forward to another lesson, Ricky. Well, you're going to get one. So, evening. All right, so everybody's saying hello. Yes. A tutorial at 10 a.m. when I got in. Bob P. Chilly and sunny. Leaves starting to change very much so. They're starting to drop now. Book and extra paper and pencils at the ready. Brilliant. That's what we want to hear. Mrs. Ricky, hello and thanks for all you do. Oh, look at that. You see, there she is. She's wonderful, you know. She is wonderful, is Mrs. Ricky. There we go. And Clive there. All right, from Soggy Teesside on a dark Wednesday night. It's getting that way, isn't it? Yeah, it's getting horrible. I think January is a good time to get away. You know, I can only put up with it for so long. I need to get some sun. Winston Moy, up from North Dallas. Let's have a look. Hello, boy, from West Bromwich. Christopher Campagna, good that you are here. Greetings from Holland. Finally, Voorburg, a small town near The Hague. Oh, right, okay. There we go. So all the way from Holland. Scuba Trooper, I haven't seen you for a while. My friend, Chris Huston is seated for class. Unfortunately, missed the last two classes. That's what I thought. I hadn't seen your name around. There you go, but you're back. Life happens. The guitar is eternal. Yes, life happens. It does. So, I feel we've missed something key. The hoping impromptu lives are on YouTube so I can catch up. The impromptu lives are probably going to be a thing, you know. But I don't want to set a schedule. I just want to, feel like I did today. I just thought, you know what, Mrs. Ricky's out getting her hair done. I'm in house on my own, yeah, and I thought I've shot a load of videos this week. I'm ahead of my schedule with that stuff. I'll do a live, so that's the thing. So Phil James says hammering down in Wales. Oh dear, yeah, wet Wales. Bob P. up. Hello from Alexandria. I was just thinking Wales. What was the joke that? I used to work when I was a kid. I worked in Blackpool. Well, I say kid. I was a teenager. I worked in Blackpool on the front on the north promenade there, and the people who owned the place that I worked, the cafe, they were friends with Stan Boardman. Does anybody remember Stan Boardman and Les Dawson? And that sort of stuff. And Stan Boardman used to say, we had another guy who was from Wales, and Stan Boardman said. He said to the other lad, he says, "Oh, where you from then, la?" He says, "From Wales." He says, "Oh, where men are men and sheep are nervous." What the heck could that be? What could that mean? Well, I've just dropped that one in there. Let's see how that goes down. Yeah, but that's Stan Boardman. But he was from Liverpool, so he was a Scouser. So you know, so there's something to be said there, isn't there? Yeah, what do you call a Scouser in a suit? The answers will probably go in the comments there. Someone will put that in there. So, Dr. Adams has had an accident, so we do hope he's okay. You accidentally did stars on Tuesday night. Wasn't allowed to claim credit. All right, okay, there we go. Let's going down. Let's have a look. Graham Penfold. Thought I was going to be late. Had to get the dishes done. Hey, it's important to get the dishes done. Yeah, and then it's off your mind then, and you don't have to think about it later on. I only Tony I. Hey up, everyone. Glad I could make it. What's up? Grab a brew and hear something new. Yeah, grab a brew. Yeah, me lips have been flapping all day. So have a brew. Yorkshire tea, Yorkshire Gold. That's what we like. I want a sponsorship Yorkshire tea, please. Thank you. I'd have a flat cap with Yorkshire tea on it there. That would be great. Kevin Anderson. Kevin from Vancouver. Yes. True Armour, Sean, hello, is in the house. Sean, you couldn't believe there was a live this morning. Cat Bubba made it. Dark Jen, I'm back. David. David's back as well. Araman 3048. Hey up. Let's have a look. This morning bonus was awesome, even if I was still asleep. Notice the patterns coming out of the arpeggios. Triads, caged, and 3 note per string. So thanks. So good, Ricky. Yeah, it was nice to put some content out that I haven't really put out before, because I do tend to do a lot of beginner, novice stuff, but I do know advanced stuff as well, and it's nice to put some of that stuff out as well. So yeah, very much worth popping on this morning. Mike G, tricks or treats? It's tricks this week. Well, I don't know. It might be a treat to your ears. You never know. Richard Grissom, up from sunny South Florida. How is it all going? Is it settled down there? I hope so. Viva Man, up fellas, evening from a submerged Swansea. That doesn't sound good. Simon Edwards, good day, Ricky, Mrs. Ricky and everyone. Thank you, Simon. Maria Muggs, wish you a speedy recovery. Dr. Adams, yes, hello, Maria. Marcel Leblanc, up fellow fretheads from a chilly 10 degrees C, humid Montreal, Canada. I don't know if that's good. I'm trying to figure out if that's good or if it's bad. Chilly and humid. Can you get that? I don't know. Well, that sounds crazy weather. Enze, good evening, from Vanta. Where's Vanta? Hi all, Tony Mason. Hi all from Dublin. Dig your heels in, my friend. Don't ask Justin Mandel. Countdown. All right. Okay. So here we go. Greg Macaulay. Hey, there we go. Greg Macaulay, first time listening live. Drinking from a fire hose, like drinking Yorkshire tea from a fire hose. Well, look, welcome.
Hey, that's champion, old lad.
It's champion that you're here, so thank you for coming along and welcome to the Wednesday guitar class. Good to see you in here. Let's have a look, see who else is in the chat. Greg Macaulay, Dale Sam. First, Greg, I've just mentioned Greg. There we go. Angus McDonald, up, like you got the shades on there. Hello from Antonio LD UK. Hello from Kent. Kent's lovely. Paul Otter, evening all. Doug Fuller, hello from America, or the United States, I should say. Mike G, maintenance practice versus discover practice. I've been thinking about it. Yeah, that's an interesting topic, is that one. That's an interesting one, Mike. I think that would be a good thing for in the fretboard fraternity as a thing to talk about. Set that topic off and we'll exchange some ideas in there. But yeah, I like that idea there. Maintenance practice versus discover practice. I think discovery is really important for expanding your vocabulary, but the thing is, a lot of people tend to do maintenance practice and not learn anything new, so the thing is, you need to put that in there as well. And funnily enough, I was thinking about the how bees do the waggle dance earlier on, and that's cryptic, but it also ties into practice as well. So I'll have to come back to that one. Ask me about that again later on. Al says, 2 live Rickies in one day. Yes, 2 Rickies in one day. Right, let's carry on down here. Gary Brook, you were up early today. Well, it was later on today. It was around about 10 a.m. this morning. Ajis, hello, everyone. Phil Swan, I'm going to pick up my son from work, but I'll be back. All right, well, we'll see you soon, Phil. Telefunken, here for the afternoon waffle. Anthony Kinraid, hi, from the Isle of Man. Ron Carrillo, A up from California. Let's have a look. I'm scrolling down now. Michael Dengate, book, tea, and guitar ready. A up. That's it. Priorities all in order. Stuart Smith, hi all. Carter Hutchinson, hello from Indiana. Right, okay, so Tim C, good afternoon from Indiana. There we go. Cat Bubba, smash the likes. Yes, definitely smash those likes. Let's have a look. Kevin Anderson. Hey, everybody's saying hello to each other in there. That's cool. Ryan, Ricky version 2. Yes, it is. Srenang, A up for Waka. For Waka to you. Eric Collingwood. Hey, Ricky. That's it. Jaffa from Pakistan. Nice to have you here. I don't know what time it is there. I just realised how small and minuscule the world is. It is very, very small. So I got home from work and noticed a surprise arpeggio lesson. Sneaky Ricky. It is a sneaky one. It's a lovely little sneaky one in there as well. So while Ricky's chatting, play the blues of waiting. Yes. So Siegfried Gotts, hello from Stuttgart. Nice to be with you. Nice to have you with us. Analog Kid, howdy everyone. Howdy Analog Kid. So let's have a look. Roy Larkey, looking forward to this. Let's have a look. Lawrence is here in the chat. I hope everyone missed the morning live, so looking forward to catching up on that too. Yes, definitely, it's worth it. It's a good lesson, if I say so myself. I thought it was a really, really chill one. I was just like, I was surprised at how relaxed I was with it. But I really enjoyed that one this morning. Greg Barrows, good evening, sir. Anthony Kinraid, I have a Manx cuppa. Oh, it is red and comes in a corked bottle. I like that one. John, hey up all lad. Oh, hang on. Yeah, there we go.
Now then, lad.
There you go, John. You're getting a now then. Cat Bubba, PDF and Fretboard Fraternity Rockville. Thank you. That's the whole point that it's meant to. Martin Bailey made it to the live stream. Hey up from Hertfordshire, UK. Bill from Florida, William Henning, good to have you with us. Greg Howard, great lesson this morning. Winston Moy, Alan Holtz, hello from Albuquerque. I just keep on thinking of that song, Albuquerque. What song is that? Let's have a look. Keith Callistro, aloha Ricky. Steve B, I haven't seen you for a while, Steve, have we? You've been all right. Assemble Masters, another tropical West Yorkshire. Evening in sunny Leeds. Oh, it's not sunny in Leeds, is there? Don't mention PDF Club. Yeah, is it a bit of a secret? Mario van Leuven, good evening for the second time today. Belgium Antwerp. Parker Fly Rook. Oh, I hope that is a Parker Fly. That's a guitar that I've always wanted, as a Parker Fly. I'll have to speak to Mrs. Ricky about that one, because I think they're about $3,000 now, £3,000. So she might comment below, say, oh yeah, whatever. I don't know. Have I got enough guitars? I probably have. I probably do with a cull, and then buy something with the money from the cull. So Dan Bailey checking in. Hello all. Noel Rodriguez, A up, like your flat cap there. Is it a flat cap? I don't know, but it looks mighty dandy. Let's have a look. Lillian McDonald, hello, hi. Gary, Charlie Zimmerman, hey, good to have you here. John Crower, you are the man. I hope so. So Alan Mickey doing star jumps in Tennessee. Stephen Greaves, get them star jumps done there, Alan. Just found the channel and your videos are amazing, really helpful. Thank you very much. Let's have a look. California Dreaming. Is that where it's from? Must be warm today, no cardigan. What was the thoughts on the cardigan? Yes, the cardigan, or as my US friends like to call it, a sweater. I go with cardigan. I will go with that. So, hi Rick, Duke of Earl. Well, we've got royalty in. Everybody behave yourself. Good evening, sir. Duke of Earl from Richmond. Chuck, just on vacation from Oregon. All right, okay, so that's it. Jim saying, I love you, Ricky. I've learned so much from you. That's the whole point. Thank you. Three Dogs Brewery, 2 times the fun today. Enjoying the waffles. Yes. So we're getting through this. I'm going to scoot through this really quick now. Hi, Ricky Winston from Wales. I've watched you lots, but first time on the chat. Welcome to the group. Let's do something like that with you. Thank you for deciding to spend your Wednesday evening here with us. You could be watching something appalling on TV, because that's pretty much all that is on TV these days. So thank you for coming along today. That's wonderful. So who said, I saw something about strings. Somebody said, I've only finished this morning's lesson. I've seen you today, seen you more than my wife, JB. Well, that could be the way it is sometimes, isn't it, life? That's the way it is. A Mrs. Ricky cameo. No, the cup of tea was Miss Ricky. Yes, a Miss Ricky cameo. Yes. Shalita Adams. Hello, everyone. This is First Me. Oh, look, Shalita. There we go. Hang on. What are we going to give you? We're going to give you a Glockenspiel. How do you like that? That's a good one. Why is that funny? I don't know why that's funny. It is. I don't know why it's funny. I've maybe watched too many Carry On movies. That's the thing, and that was the kind of thing that you would have said. Let's have a look down here. Let's keep on scrolling. SX9 Las Vegas. Let's have a look. Craig Cranford, up from Labrador, Canada. Picky Man. Mash the button already. Indeed, mash that like button already. If I ever write another book, you come up with some great... There's other books coming. Yes, there are other books coming. Star Jumps, aka Jumping Jacks, wearing a guitar exerts compound force on your guitar strap. It does, and that's why you need an extremely robust leather one made by an expert. And I know one of those. It's a guy called Al. You might know him. Yeah, Al Bain. Al Bain is the leather guitar strap maker to the stars in Hollywood and beyond. All the rockers off Grade Greenhouse. There we go. The Accused. The Accused, is that from... I've forgotten what that was. I've asked a few questions now. Callister from Kenya, Nairobi, which you found your channel at the bottom of the book. And Pensy, brilliant. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. Rocket 667. There we go. Let's have a look. Dem Ravens. The Accused. I can't remember what I asked now. Gary Book, Nervous Sheep. Great choice, Scuba Trooper. Let's have a look. It's not a half cup. It looks like half cup. Yeah, well, you know, when you get a young'un to make you a brew, you only get half a cup. Colin C, evening all. Really big and massive. Nancy Parsons. Hello, Nancy. Good to see you in the chat. John Carver. Let's have a look. Let's go down here. I'm getting all the same names now, so the chat is going on there. Anthony Duncan is late doing his star jumps now. First live lesson. Okay, well, there you go. Anthony Duncan, he's here. Let's do it. Give it up. Yeah, you get one of those because you're a bit late. Okay. Okay. I really did want to find a vuvuzela noise. Remember them from the World Cup? Oh, it was awful, wasn't it? The Defendant. Right, okay. So Keith Robinson, let's have a look. I'm going to get to the end of this list now because Richard Shields back again. Back again like the Renegade Master. I think that's a rap song, isn't it? Scott Bobbier there from Nebraska, USA. I've always been interested in Nebraska. There's a band called King's X with a guitarist called Ty Tabor. Very good album called Gretchen Goes to Nebraska. Love that album. Really influenced a lot of my guitar playing, did that one. So let's have a look. So Ricky's chatting with us. So who's this? Who's this at Jet? Who is somebody moaning? Is somebody having a moan? Usually for about half an hour. Yeah, where are we at now? Let's have a look. Yeah, we're just getting to half hour now, and I think that's the thing. I'm going to keep going. Patrick Gerrity, I hope I haven't missed anyone. Let's have a look. Michael Moss. I'm just seeing because I want to get cracking. No lesson today. Yes, Jet, there will be a lesson. Anthony, your missus made you get rid of 3 guitars. I hope it was to fund a dream guitar. I hope that was a thing because I'll tell you what, if Mrs. Ricky did that, made me get rid of the... You know that'd happen, don't you? You'd have no shoes, Mrs. Ricky. Yeah, she'd be walking around barefoot. You know... That's what would happen. So I'm taking you on the road today, Ricky. I have a doctor's appointment. Roy's there. Right, okay, let's have a look. I'm getting to the end. Greg Roberts tune now then. Let's have a look. I'm at the bottom of the roll call. So everybody is in the chat. Brilliant. Okay, so now we can start the lesson. So, like I say, Mrs. Ricky, can you just post in the pages? So Mrs. Ricky is posting in the links with the pages of today's lessons. But I could also say lesson 29, page 35, lesson 32, page 38 in the book. We're going to go through some of those, but there is some others. Now, what I generally find is it's nice to have some context with your when you're learning, when you're just starting out and you're learning your guitar chords. You need some little quick wins. I think quick wins are really, really important at the beginning because when you have a little win, it makes you feel like you're making progress. And when you feel like you're making progress, then that virtuous cycle, yeah, it does wonders to keep you going past that point of your fingers hurting and, you know, the frustration of like not knowing how to hold the guitar, even though you might still be struggling with holding the guitar. So the thing is, getting past that is really critical because if you can make something into a habit, then you don't give it up. If it's just a habit that you pick up the guitar and practice every day, then it becomes this thing, and then it just becomes part of your life. You know, it's one of those things. If you like a stick of rock, you cut it in half. If you cut me in half, it'd just say guitar. In the middle, that's what it would say, guitar, you know. So it probably wouldn't, not realistically, because it'd be pretty gruesome, really. But the thing is, yeah, what I'm saying is that chords, getting around them can be tricky. Yeah, so if we can pretty them up and make them interesting from the get-go, then it's gonna spur you on. It's just gonna make things a lot more enjoyable. So the idea behind this is quick wins. Yeah, so stuff you'll use, and although, you know, these ideas, I'm going to reference, you know, famous songs and famous people that have used these ideas, but it doesn't mean that these ideas are exclusive to those songs that they played. You know, So let's get on with the first one here, and you know, we will come back. These will be in here, and I'll probably do a separate handout as well for PDF Club. But the thing is, it's on video. This video is not going anywhere. It's going to stay up here, and we're going to start with this D chord. Now, it kind of ties in with what we did the other week with chords, you know, with chords in that that C major chord map when we did the chord map the other week. So everything's all about. Am I going out of focus here? So it ties in with all that. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to look at one chord and we're going to play some bits from it. So this is a kind of, I think of this as being a sort of a James Taylor idea, sort of Fire and Rain. And this is a thing that James Taylor does all the time. And what it is it's taking this D chord and you can hammer on it and then you can pull it off as well. So this middle finger here, what I'm doing is might be easier if I zoom in a little. Let me just zoom in, not there, down there. That's probably better. So what I'll do, hopefully you can see that a little bit better. So you can see. Now I'll talk you through the chords as well. So there's the D there, and then what I do is I pull off to the open E string, and that gives me a D sus2. So the idea, like I say, behind these tricks is that it'll get you to be able to decorate the chords that you already know and use them as a kind of interval learning tool as well, because what it does, it gives the chords context. So you think to yourself, well, there's a D. Yeah, and if I pull off on that finger, now the pull off, hopefully you can see that pull off. I always think it's an odd word for it, really, because what you're doing is you're flicking off. You know, you're flicking the string, so you're really plucking the string with the skin of that fingertip there. So now if you find that that's a bit tricky, then what you could do is you could start with that middle finger off. Yeah, and then what we do is we'll put that, we'll hammer it on, yeah? Yeah. Now if you do two together, that's a hammer and a pull off. Yeah? So I'm just strumming the chord once from the D string down. I'm strumming D string, G string, B string, E string down there. So I'm pulling off there. Now what I can do, because this is a D, I can add the D sus4 in. So you can see there. So any song that has a D in there, you can put that in there. And you're adding this extra idea. Now, the thing is that this part of the chord, the open D, and this little power chord that's going on here, this keeps it all together. So you can do what you want with that. That's what you're hearing in the top voice of that chord. So you see how that might fit into the equation. And it strums. So that's a cool one, I think, is this. And I kind of equate that, like I say, to James Taylor. And other people use it as well. And it, yeah, generally works around these suspensions here. So the thing is, I can think to myself, well, I know that's my third, and I know that that's my second, and I know that that's my fourth. So it's helping me to clarify the intervals that and where they live inside the chords, and these intervals that are orbiting these chords. And that's the way I kind of think of it. I've got these shapes, and then what other notes are orbiting. And the other week, what I did is I said you could take the index finger off. So you could even do that as well. So that is pretty cool. Your major refuses to pull on the F sharp. They do sound so good, and you know, you can so there's another way you can use that, and I think that was personally, I think that was one of the first sort of songs that I kind of thought to myself, I can get into this idea. This is it's probably the wrong chords, but I just played it there because I could hear that suspended sound. She's a good girl, crazy about Elvis, you know? Yeah, so you could, and I figured out that I could pretty much play a lot of the whole song with that one, or it might not have been. It might have been with the A chord in there, similar to Argent's "Hold Your Head Up." Yes. So we got that there. Okay, so that's the D chord. So this is the first one. There's 7 of these today as well. So these quick wins. And I think that's just a great thing to just incorporate. Look, I'm playing a C. Yeah, so. Oh, what's that? Woke up this morning. drift away. Yeah, More Than a Feeling. That's the one, isn't it? So, Greg Howard, what's the difference between Sigma and Martin guitars? Oh, this was a conversation in the fretboard fraternity. The Sigma used to be a subsidiary of Martin guitars, but now they're owned by another company, because Patrick posted a link in there, actually, I think it was. Patrick or Phil in the fretboard fraternity. Colin C said, the price! Yeah, this cost £300, this one. This was 300 quid, and it was hiding in the corner. But this was old new stock. So this is the old logo on the top there, and the thing is, this is before they sold it off. So if you think of Epiphone being the kind of cheaper version of a Gibson, then this is a cheaper version of a Martin. But this is based on the model is, what is the model? It is a DR28 SB. So essentially this is based on a Gibson D28. Yeah, so it's a really nice, but it's a really nice guitar, and that's the thing. Martin is for cork sniffers, and Sigma are for guitar players. Well, I've got a Martin as well, I should say. And that's a lovely guitar as well. But this one just got a beautiful sound. Yeah, yes, Sean. Pounds is quids, dollars are bucks. Yes, indeed, same thing. So, okay. So this one, yeah, and I've got a Martin there. It was about 800 quid, I think that's what it was, something like that, 850. But it played awful when I got it, you know, from the shop. And this one just played straight out of the box. It's weird, isn't it? So we've got this. So this is the D. So let's go through it. Let's go through the second one of these cool moves. These so far are not, they're not in the book, but some of them are. And I've talked, oh no, I might have done this in how to play the A chord. It's on the channel, right? Now, it kind of ties into how I think about the A chord. And if you know, I talk about it a lot when I talk about chords. It's all about the sweet spot. Yeah. Now, let me zoom in. Right, the majority of your squeaky, buzzy chord problems come from not putting your finger in the correct position on the fret. So on the fret, there are 3 positions. Okay, so we've got right next to the fret wire here. You can see I'm right next to the fret wire. I've got in the middle of the fret. Yeah. And then what I have is I have the back of the fret. And you can hear that the back of the fret is squeaky. Yeah, it's buzzy. Because it takes a lot more pressure to hold it down there. If you imagine it taking, out of 10, if it was 1 to 10... Oh, hang on, where are we going? Right, if it was like 1 to 10, then this would be 8 out of 10. That's how much pressure you have to put on. That kills your fingertips as well. Look at that, you can see the groove that it's putting in there already. But if I put my finger here, I hardly have to press down at all. It's a lot easier to press there. So that's the optimum spot, really. Now, if I pull it in the middle, that's okay. So that one's 3 out of 10. And this is about 5 out of 10. Whereas, oh, what are we doing? That's 8 out of 10. Okay, so we've got that there. What's it focusing on? It must be trying to focus on something else, something out there. I don't know what it's trying to focus on, but there you go. So we've got this carry on going on here. Sean says there's a large thumb component too. Well, the rule of thumb, yeah, is thumb at 12 o'clock. Okay, 12 o'clock. You whack the thumb in at 12 o'clock like that. For me, now if I just imagine I was holding the guitar, the thumb should be like that. That is okay, 11 o'clock, as you're looking at it. 10 o'clock is okay, but as soon as you get to 9 o'clock, you're losing the fulcrum. The physics become an issue of holding down the notes. So, look, so this is what we're aiming for. Now, ordinarily, when you play an A chord, in the books, it says 1, 2, 3. This is the grip that gets put in the books. Now, I think this is just the worst grip ever, because what it does is it builds in this 8 out of 10, which is the buzzy one. Yeah? You get the book, and you think to yourself, well, the guy who wrote the book must know what he's doing because he wrote a book. Yeah? And then you try and play that, and because you've got tender fingertips, you're not going to be pressing as hard as you need to get that good sound out of there. So these two might be okay. Yeah, but this one isn't. So you strum your chord and you go, and you get strings that won't ring, strings that buzz. Yeah. Now I've been playing long enough to be able to get that grip good. Yeah. Like that. But the easy way to do this is, it's very simple. And what we do is we switch those top fingers around. So now what happens is the first finger, instead of being in an 8 out of 10 down there, it's now on the G string and it's in a 5 out of 10 position. And this middle finger ends up going into a 3 out of 10 position. So there are no 8 out of 10s there. And this gives you this wonderful, easier grip. Now this one is super cool. Now, yeah, I'm not going to say that I don't play A like this. I do. And I think somebody mentioned the other week that they play an A with the third finger. And do you know what? I do play that like that. If I play, for instance, somebody said there, David mentioned David Bowie. That's a nice quick change from an E to an A. Gene, yeah? Okay, but also it's a little bit Bo Diddley. So you can roll over there. But what I'm saying is if we're chording correctly, the proper way, then we want this. And the reason we want this one is because what we can do is we can introduce something called voice leading, yes? And if you think about it, each of these strings is a singer in a choir. Yeah, so there's a 5-part choir, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 voices, and they're all singing. Now, if all of them sing the same notes that they were singing before, hang on, what are you doing, camera? And then just one of them moves. This first finger, because of where I've put it behind these two, yeah, then what I can do is I can move this back 1 fret. So look at this. So you can see that has gone from this is A, this becomes A major 7. And this is really good for telling you, like I say, where your 7ths are orbiting around in your A shapes. Now that's a major 7, but what I can do is I can utilise the open string as well by taking that finger off, and then I get this A7. Yeah, so this is she may be the face I can't forget. You know, so there's another song as well. No, that's in the wrong key. That it's in a D there. So hopefully Charles Aznavour with this one. It was Elvis Costello. This one. And this shape here is useful because we're going to come across that. You're going to come across this. If by Bread. If a there's 1,000 words. Yeah. So I think that's the one. Yeah. Yes, Graham, it is easier to change to an E and a D because you've got this, what I call an anchor finger. Yeah, so look at that, changing from an A to a D. Yeah, and then when we do change from an A to an E, we do this thing that I call lift, shift, plant. And we plant those 2 fingers back on. Yeah, okay, lift, shift, plant, lift, shift, plant. Okay, so that there, but it's really nice to get these sounds in here. And then when you got that, then what you can do is you can bring in this idea. Is like, what I like to do is I like to experiment and say, okay, well, I've got these 2 fingers left on here. Will this shape move elsewhere? So you see, I've got to start off with this A7 chord here. Now let me just zoom out of here, because there's something to be said about strumming. When you're trying to get your strumming to come together, just using one chord shape, and something, George Harrison, that's the one I was after, Maria, thank you. So what I think is like, if we can take one shape, but put all the focus in the strumming hand, yeah, and take this here. Is just playing that simple shape up there. I'm making music. I'm not really thinking, oh, it's this, that, or the other. It's this artist or anything like that. I'm just enjoying the sound that the chord makes. Now, you will find there are spots where you go, and I'm going to do this here, and it's going to sound awful. Yeah? But the thing to know is, if I move it up 1 fret or down 1 fret, it will resolve. Kind of, mostly. So if I go to a horrible spot, there you go, that works. That doesn't. That sounds kind of sad. But it sounds better there. There's tension in that one. Yeah? So the part of the thing is, it was mentioned before, discovery practice. Yeah, this is part of this idea of discovering things. So you've got to play through these things, and what it does is it builds up your aural library of sounds that you can tap into, because it's like one of those. It's like somebody says to you, say, "Oh, have you ever been to that venue to watch bands?" And say, "No, I've never been." But then you go, and then if you've been once, then you can describe it to somebody else. Well, if you've been up here and you've played chord progressions that that you've discovered yourself, then chances are you'll remember them. It's kind of like finding a location and then being able to just go back there again. Yes. Which is why I changed the shapes there, because I could hear it. Okay, so I think that's kind of tapped into that idea there. But look, second the A shape there, that there, yeah, I can take that there. Now, will this shape it move up? Yeah, I get a funky D minor here. I get a D minor in second inversion. I get a lovely A minor here using the same shape. I love this one. What was that reminding me of? An 80s song, something like that. Yeah, so we've got that there. So you've got to try and mess around with it. Does it work here? Yeah, find. That does work there, I know it does. squeaky. Yeah, so I'm getting 6, 9 chords there. A6, 9 and A6 and A9 chords. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to have to do a lesson on that one because it's a good one. But essentially that comes from this idea of just taking this here. So this is a cool move. And that shape, like I say, will play into other areas. If we drop this down, and let me just zoom in on that. If I take that A major 7 shape and drop it down onto the me, myself and I, you really need to do some star jumps. We get a D7. Yeah. Got that one there, okay. And if you take that idea of doing that, you can do it on the D chord. Yeah. And I think that's Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer. I think it might be. Yeah, so you can just voice lead in with that root note. Root, major 7, minor 7 there. Must Be Loved by Madness. I'm not too sure about that one. So that's that shape, okay? And I think that's just a really useful shape. Oh, and I forgot I was going to say this as well. So look, it's A major 7 there. We drop it down, it becomes D7. But if we pop it up, it becomes a B7. I like to put the pinky on there to get a proper B7 there. Which we need. You need this. Yeah, so we need that shape to get that B7 there. To get the B7 going. So, I mean, that's all from that thinking about how I'm modifying that shape. Yeah? But the thing that I like about that is this idea of moving a shape up. And I think it might have been REM. And this is the third one of the 7 ideas that I have here. We take a C chord, and what we do is we just slide the whole C chord up a whole step. Yeah, so you see there? Now I can clean it up by not playing the thin E string and not playing the thick E string, yeah? And I'm just playing the inside 4 strings on that. Yeah? If I, oh, what is it? I think that's what it is. I think that's Def Leppard. I need you. Oh, cracky, Ricky, sing it in the right pitch. I need you. Da, 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 da. Something like that. I'm sure it's a Def Leppard song. Sounds a bit Pink Floydy as well. Yeah. But this idea here, yeah, Martin's got it. Man in the Moon. This is the verse for. Let's play. So, this idea, it's nice if you want to, and I would think that myself, you know, like, that's a kind of a D, yeah? It's a D add 9, add 11, okay? So it ties in with what we're talking about with sus chords and add chords the other week as well. So, yeah, there, Man in the Moon. So the thing is there, now the C shape's a little bit more awkward. It doesn't like to go into other positions, but actually, Hysteria, Gary, that's the one, yeah? So if we take this here, generally what we can do is if this does this like this, and this is a little tip for songwriting as well, for working out songs, sorry. So if we take that same shape and it moves up a step, we can kind of think to ourselves, well, that's major, that's major. So that's going to be chord 4, that's going to be chord 5. So chord 1 is going to be up here. Yeah? Yeah? So we've got this, chord 4, chord 5, chord 1. That's a G, so I could play that over the top. And it might give me the foundation for there. Yeah. So I can think of things like that. And then that gives me other ideas that, well, if I can do that with that chord, can I do it with this chord? There's D, there's E, there's E, so that's the A, D, E, yeah, those are my majors. I've got the open D in there. It's a bit modal. Yeah, it's a bit weird sounding, is that one, to be honest, but the idea is that you take one shape and you move it into those different positions and you find where that is to build up your aural library so that when you hear a song you go, oh, that's that. And what happens is you do it for long enough, the chord picture and where your fingers need to go automatically magnetize. So you can, that one was yeah, Mr. Biggie thing. No, that's extreme, isn't it? Wholehearted. Yeah, so the thing is, you know, oh, you can put those in there as well. You know, you can create effects with those ideas. So, like I say, just moving one shape, very, very simple. But the thing is, you're not learning a new grip. So, and I think I like to teach this one, like I say, to my beginners, because look what this does. They're keeping the fingers on, and it's scraping the fingertips and building those calluses up. That's got a real sort of dreamy quality. Yeah, so that's got a really nice quality to it as well. Hey up, Michael. So, Holding My Heart, that's the one. So, cool. Right, okay, so that is that one. Now we are into one of these here, which was, this is page 35, lesson 29. This is Cool Moves 3. So this is all about this idea. Do you know what? You said it's I'm Sailing, Old Rod. Yes, cracking song. So, we've got the G. Now, what we're going to do is we're not just going to have the 3-fingered G. Because I want to introduce this idea of these pedal notes. And what pedal notes do is they are common notes that tie all of the chords together. So the thing is, as long as that's going, it just glues it all together. This is why I call them glue chords, yeah? So, you know, sticky finger chords. So we've got that there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on the G, yeah? Now, you can do it like this. This is the D there. But what we do, shall I zoom in? I'll just zoom in on this, actually. So this is the D. This is a thin E string here. So this is an F sharp on the thin E string. This is a thick E string. The notes are exactly the same on the other side. So what you do is you chuck that note over there because it's mirrored, and then we just put that. That's a F sharp. This would give you, I'm going to use my thumb to get it. That's a D/F sharp, okay? And then what we can do is you can even play it like this. If you struggle with that thumb, then what you can do is you can play it with like this here. I'm not playing the thin E string when I do that. Okay, okay. So I've got that there. That's a D over F sharp. I'm muting the A string out with the pad of my index finger there as well. So, but what I can do is I can keep this little pivot here, this pedal on. So if I go from here, G, and then I go to this D, and then to an E minor. Now somebody said Lynyrd Skynyrd earlier. Yeah, I'm only sticking to these 3 chords. Yeah, but I'm only going to stick with these. Now the cool thing is, and I'll explain this theoretically, there's something cool about this, because what it does is it's a little device where what you do is, if you're in a major, what you end up doing is you use the tonic major, and then what happens is you use the dominant chord. Yeah, so you use chord 1, chord 5. Yeah, but chord 5, what we do is we do that as a second inversion. Sorry, first inversion, like that. So we get that inversion in there, and then we go to the relative minor, which is chord 6. That's the theoretical way of looking at it. So, but you could look at it as the voice leading is going G, F sharp, down to an E. Okay. Right. So we get the G, the D over F sharp, down to this E minor 7, and somebody put Oasis, and this is very Oasis, and I kind of think of this as post Oasis, actually. Liam Gallagher on his own. Talking to a songbird yesterday. Do you know this one? That's the whole song. That's the whole song. It's absolutely all it does. So it's going from there. You could even take that chord out, really. You could just go to the G. Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in Kiss. Okay. Yeah, turn the chords around. Well, you could turn the chords around. You could start on the E minor. Four seasons in one day. I think it could be. Might be in the wrong key, that, actually, but that's Crowded House. But you can hear. Simple move like that, and you know what, that's a good old strummer, is that one. So you get used to this idea of, you see, this simple act of switching these fingers around. Yeah, so moving from this G here, getting that one to go, this one progressing up and this one regressing down, so like that. Okay. Got that. Add another chord, and we've got like a 4-chord classic here. Campfire chords. Here's hope the wife caught my hints and bought the book. Yes, let's hope she bought the book for your birthday. So that ties into that lesson there. And yeah, I've put a D sus4, and I've put a little drawing in there that I might amend, but I don't know. I mean, the thing is, it's easy enough to take that, and we can go You don't even have to put that in there. You could just play the D sus4 like that. So you've gone G, D sus4, and then, yeah, like that E minor. I can hear something else in that, but this is such a common chord change that you just need to have it under your belt. See, what I did is I thought to myself, I'll do the James Taylor thing. And then I put that songbird idea on there as well. Love, 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 love. We can do it in C as well. Love, love, love. It's not that chord. All you need is... No, that's different chords for that, but the beginning of that, love, love, love. Yeah, and then on the C, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so, pain is just weakness leaving the body. It does get better. You don't want to bother with the rubber fingertips. Don't bother with them, right? What you just need to do is you need to break the skin. Yeah, it's one of those things. I haven't heard it said that alum salts are good for dipping your fingers in. I did even hear someone say peeing on your fingers was good, but I don't recommend that, especially if you're just about to make everybody a sandwich. Yes, that would be gross, right? So we don't want to do that. That E minor 7 is a stretch. So that one there, that one is a stretch. Well, you know, you could take the pinky off and leave that on. But the idea behind this, Patrick, is to have a pedal. You can skinny this idea down. Let's skinny it down, and I'll show you what I mean. Look, so if I take this here, right? We take this G, yeah, and I play it like this. So I've just taken all that. I know I am, Sean. I'm just wondering. Do you know what? We'll have a look and we'll see what happens. I've not done any songs by a band that is a bird of prey. Yeah, I've not done any by those guys because I know that they are blockers and yeah, Scuba Trooper. So you can just pedal with one finger here. Okay, so that's a good one. Now, the other thing that we could do, and it keep this... Speak for myself. Right, so we got this here. I forgot what I was playing there. Yeah. So look, this one here. This is one you've got to know. I'll put this one in here. This is all based on this D here. This open D makes this interesting. So if I play, think about the D. Thinking there, I'm thinking D minor. Yeah, with the finger in, not necessarily D minor with the chord, but I'm thinking that finger in there, and I'm keeping this pedal note on here. Yes. And I'm just moving one finger. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's also this is a cool one because it's remember that one? Sonic from the album Sonic Temple by The Cult. She Sells Sanctuary. Yeah, it's also you could use it as a cheap version of She's Got Eyes of the Bluest Skies and I'd hate does it do that? Hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Yeah, so her hair reminds me of I'm terrible at remembering lyrics. Yeah, so this. I forgot where it goes. You can get away with that. You can get away with that one. Yeah. So you see. And this is a great one, I think, as well. If you want to develop the pick, you know. So what I'm doing is I'm just thinking to myself, right? I'll just use the Sweet Child of Mine chord progression, but I'll change it. I'll countrify it all. Patrick, you've probably been practicing this one. Yeah. So, and you could equally do it, you know, the proper way. But James Taylor, that D chord. Yeah. The Cray Oasis, this one. Yeah, so you just add in a little bit of this magic. You know, it's just working on one chord and finding these little tricks around them. The pick hand has got to work. Strumming is your bane. Strumming's all about the engine, Lawrence. Don't do any Led Zeppelin. Page will close you down. Right, okay. I won't do any of that. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? It really does my head in, because the thing is, at the end of the day, if I teach somebody how to play a Zeppelin song, and then they go and buy the Zeppelin album, I've helped. I've helped. How can that, introducing new people to music that they might not have heard, it's just like, what? Really? You know? But it isn't them necessarily, it's the record companies they have. I know that the American Bird of Prey band, they have a team of like 1,000 people all just looking intently on finding these people who are putting stuff out, and you know, it's instructional material or whatever. So anyhow, now I mentioned another lesson, and that other lesson was Cool Moves. This is a good one, I think, for novices. You've got a few chords under your belt, but you want to feel as if you're moving along a little bit. This is lesson 32, page 38. So what we've got is we've got the C chord. And remember what I said about pedals, yeah? This is a different pedal. What we're going to do is we've got this little shape here. This is the one we're keeping on. Yeah, and this is a power chord. Look, so that's the power chord there. Now what I do is if I put my C chord on, and I put that note on there, hang on, let me zoom in again. Yeah, so if I put this on here, this becomes the pedal note. I'm going to keep this on as the pedal note as well. So this one here, so we play that one there, okay? And that's the C. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep that shape and this shape here. So So that's staying there, but this is the shape that's going to move. I'm only going to move these 2 fingers, and this is good because this helps you with just moving those 2 fingers. So look, so that's a C. So let me think about the chords that I'm going to get in the key of C. I've got chord 1 is C, chord 4 is F, and chord 5 is G. And fortunately, I can get all of those chords in this. Yes. Yeah, so in the dizzy hours and minutes, yeah, and then we get this G here. So look at that. Dude, dust, wind, dude. Yeah, so we got this here. But by keeping that on, it glues it all together. And so really, this is a C. And what we're doing is we're taking this 3rd away on here. And then we're adding a 5th up here. Remember, the 5th is transparent. So it's a really nice way, I think, of flattening out the harmony. And then all I do is bring those 2 fingers down there. Yeah? Okay, and then I can put it over here for a G. Now what happens is this is a G add 11. If I want it to sound like a proper G, then I take that 1st finger off, and you can hear the resolve on that. This is causing tension. This add 11. There. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so the cool thing about that is it helps you with the strumming again, and you don't have to think too much about the chording. Yeah, I could... I'm just changing between those 3. Damn ravens. And I like to mess around with the 3rd on that. Yeah, okay. These are great chords, these ones. And also, what can happen then is with this, yeah? Then this comes into play. The capo. Yeah, not the capo, it's the capo. I put the capo on. Yeah, and now the thing is, my root note here, I'm going to play the same thing, and I'm going to play it in. See, and I highlight that note there with my picking. No making people sandwiches either, Dem. So putting the capo puts it in in a different key. It's decidedly getting low grade, is this comment. So we can do that there. Do the same thing without that pedal actually, but this, you just leave this finger on here and that becomes the pedal. Let me zoom in on that. Yeah. So So you can see that gives me something else that I can do with this, yeah? So, C to the F, and this gives you your whole left hand feels on fire right now. Good, means you've worked it. Okay, thank you, Jet. Okay, your keyboard. Yeah, so like I say, that C, F and G one, by the way, that ties in with the chord map from 2 weeks ago, I think it was. Now I've added the capo. How do you tell the rest of the band what chords you're playing in? Well, I've just essentially changed key. Yeah, that's what I've done. I've put this on the 2nd fret because I am now playing in the key of D major. This is something to do, this is how the capo works. I'm using all the chords from C major. C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor. I could go B diminished. Yeah, as well. But we won't bother with that one, wobbly bob. So if I put those there, I've got all the chords that I need for the key. But the thing is, the tonic has changed. The tonic is determined by the root note of the 3rd. Okay, so we put that 3rd. That's a root note of the 3rd finger. That's under the 3rd finger. That one there. So look, that's a D. So that means I'm in the key of D. So if I played this. Yeah, that's actually sounding a D chord. This is a G chord. Yeah, doesn't look like it. This looks small. You probably think to yourself, yeah, that's a F bar chord, Ricky, but it isn't. It's just a shape. So don't let the shapes tell you what chord you're in, because the shapes there's 5 shapes. Any chord can be one of the 5 shapes. So that's what you need to know there. So going from a C shape, we use on capo 3. Going from my C shape, yeah, you use place 2nd finger on fret 6 of A. So, well, this is the key of E flat now. Then go to the G shape. But the thing is, you see, that's all part of the same. That's all part of the same idea. That's what the capo does. Is it just transposes? It's just acting like a head note. Yeah. So the thing is, the pitch of the strings has changed, but the shapes haven't. Yeah. So you're always going to find your tonic there if you're using the C major chord shapes. Okay. So that's what's going to happen there. How are we doing for time, guys? I think we've done plenty, I think. So hopefully, yeah, I've done all 7. I think I did all 7 there. The D to D sus4, just to kind of see you later, Cap Bubba. The D chord, the A major. So we've got all these different variations. The C. This is, you see, the reason we use the capo is as well is for the singer. Yeah, and it might be for you singing it as well. You might find that certain keys work best for your voice. That's called a tessitura. So okay, and then we've got the G. So I've just transposed it up there. That was the G, D over F sharp to E minor 7. D sus4. Different key. Same riff, but different key. C pinky pedal. That's Dust in the Wind. And then we've got C. Oh, that was the other one. Yeah, anyhow, I think that's what I've covered. I think that's everything. I think that's everything, guys. So that's it for this week, guys. If you haven't got the book, let me do the thing. Make sure you wallop a like if you've enjoyed this. If you don't have the book, you can get the book here, rickysguitar.com/store. We can get it in. You can get it in. You can get it in paperback. You can get it in spiral bound, and you can also get it as an ebook from my website. And if you want to join the Fretboard Fraternity, then you just go here, fretboardfraternity.com. It's free. Sign up. I made it just for you. You know, this is what it's all about. Let's have a look at that. And if you're interested in getting all the PDFs, then join PDF Club. Have a look at that link there. See if it's right for you. So I think that's pretty much all we've got there. But like I say, for PDF Club members who are in the chat right now, I'm going to take these and I'll do a handout and I'll upload that in PDF Club for you tomorrow. And I will see you in the next one. Let's have a look. Make sure you well up the like. Let's have a look. See what people are saying. Glad you enjoyed. Red Walrus, good to see you. And Dem, leave that keyboard alone, mate. Am I going to surprise you with Rocket67 says, am I going to surprise you with more morning live streams? Probably. Yeah. Breakfast waffles, that I was thinking. Billy Joe says, I've got to practice. Good. Everybody has to practice. Fire and Rain capo on 3rd fret. Yes. Red Walrus, thank you. Let's have a look where we are. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just about there, guys. If you have enjoyed the lesson, actually, as well as commenting in the chat, if you've enjoyed the lesson, then just drop a comment on the video. Once I end this video, if you drop a comment on there, then it just gets some engagement going, and then YouTube goes, oh, this is popular. Let's bung it up the algorithm, and then more people. If you think this has been useful, then it might be. If it's useful for you, it's going to be useful for somebody else. So if you do that, or if you share the video with somebody you know who plays guitar, then that would be good as well. So I'm going to have to do a rerun of this one. Yeah, this is a good one. So Ciao in Yorkshire. Ciao in Yorkshire is see they. Yeah, I will see you. That's see they. See thee. Yeah, I don't see they. So see you later. Right, okay. Thanks, Ricky. And a better half. Night. Yeah, you know that's the truth. So, okay, guys, I will say goodbye and look after yourselves. And remember who you're playing guitar for, guys. Remember who you're playing guitar for yourself. One life. We're here. Every day above the dirt is a good one, especially if you pick your guitar up, because sooner or later, there's no more days above the dirt. And the thing is, if playing guitar is something that's in your heart to do, yeah, then you've got to serve that need, because it's a calling, yeah, calling you, the guitar. It's there inspiring you to just have something enjoyable in your life. A nice headspace, different headspace, takes you away from the chaos of the world into your own world. And this is what it's all about. It will look after you with the guitar. So don't give up on the dream of playing guitar. Yeah, don't quit. Yeah. So that's the thing. It's okay to have challenges. Join the Fretboard Fraternity, and you can talk about your challenges in there. And that's because that's what it's all about, getting some support in there from people who are on the same journey as you, and you can talk about it, and you realise that you're not the only one that's suffering with the fingertips or struggling with this or struggling with that. You can do all that sort of stuff. So that's what that is all about, guys. So yeah, don't forget. Yeah, it's good for you. It's good for your brain. So it's good for your brain, good for your fingers, good for your heart and soul to get involved in music. And guitar is absolutely wonderful for doing that. So, guys, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. I will see you soon in another lesson here. Something interesting going up on Saturday. If you signed up to the mailing list, you'll get an email what uploads are coming and everything, so you don't miss a lesson. But thank you for coming along tonight, and I'll see you soon. Take care.